Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 10, 2023. And in the news this evening, juror dies suddenly during trial in Trelawney. A man serving as a juror in a case in the Trelawney Circuit Court died on Thursday after he collapsed during the lunch break. He has been identified as Louis Fagan of Sherwood Content in the parish. Fagan was rushed by the police to the Duncan's Health Clinic after collapsing, and he was later transferred by ambulance to the Falmouth Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Fagan was one of 7 jurors in a case in which Michael Guthrie, 21, is answering to charges of buggery, indecent assault, and having sex with a minor. The jurors were expected to begin their deliberations regarding the verdict after the lunch break. Police urge calm as hoax bomb threats continue a second day. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is moving to assure the public that the bomb threats that have been issued to schools since Thursday are a hoax. The JCF says investigations continue, and the detectives are reaffirming that all evidence suggests that the threats are fake. This assurance comes as more schools were evacuated for a second day following reports of more bomb threats across Jamaica Friday morning. Reports indicate that students at Windward Road Primary School were evacuated sometime before 9 a.m. and sent to Rockford Police Station following a bomb threat. Authorities also swooped down on St. George's College on North Street to clear out students after the school received a similar warning. The news was informed that less than 10% of students showed up for classes Friday morning at York Castle High School in St. Anne. Court proceedings at the St. Catherine Parish Court in Spanish Town were also disrupted due to a bomb scare. The JCF is urging the public to remain calm. It says anyone in receipt of a bomb threat should immediately report the matter to the police. The Communication Forensic and the Cybercrime Division says it is working to determine the source of the emailed threats. Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Corporate Communications Unit, says that there has been an increased number of bomb threats on the second day of the reports. Speaking with the news, SSP Lindsay said the police have received 21 reports Friday compared to 14 on Thursday. She said the authorities are monitoring the situation and responding appropriately as they try to determine the source of the threats. SSP Lindsay also disclosed that the bomb threats have moved beyond the emails, with some schools receiving phone calls.
I just spoke with got an update. There were like 21 more new cases today. Yesterday they dealt with 14 cases. Today they have some 21 cases now that they are monitoring. I know that there are at least two institutions that are not schools that got similar calls today. So again, we are just checking and monitoring and so on and responding appropriately to those as investigators try to find out who are the personal persons behind it.
Deputy Superintendent Ryan Gill, head of operations for St. Anne, spoke with the news following a sweep of York Castle High School for explosive devices Friday morning. It was the only educational institution in the parish known to have received an email bomb threat on Thursday. Educational institutions across 5 other parishes received similar threats and were given the all-clear to resume in-person classes Friday. The SP Gill said no explosives were found at York Castle High, but he encouraged all school administrators to stay alert, secure points of entry, and monitor persons coming on and off their compound.
York Castle is one of our schools that has a very good security setup. We are encouraging them to continue their searching of students and so on, monitor the persons coming on and off the compound. And this is just not for York Castle, it's for every school across the country. We need to ensure that our students, our children are safe, and their safety can only be guaranteed if we secure points of entry and exit.
The news has been informed that B.B. Cook High School in St. Elizabeth has also received an email bomb threat. Students have been sent home as a result. Representatives from the JCF and the Jamaica Fire Brigade are investigating. Security guard stabbed to death at hotel in Hanover. Police investigators in Hanover are probing the death of a security guard employed to the Princess Hotel in the parish. The news was informed that the two guards were on duty at the entrance to the hotel when they became involved in an altercation. One used a knife to inflict a stab wound to the other. The wounded guard reportedly died at the scene. The alleged attacker fled and is being sought by the police. Andre Thomas given 2 life sentences for killing American missionaries. Andre Thomas, who was found guilty of the double murder of 2 American missionaries in 2016, has been given 2 life sentences. He was this morning ordered by Justice Leighton Pusey to serve 26 years before he is eligible for parole. A panel of 7 jurors had unanimously found Thomas guilty of murder on July 27. Thomas's cousin, 32-year-old Dwight Henry, was in January similarly sentenced to 2 life sentences and to serve 28 years in prison before being eligible for parole. The bodies of Harold Nichols and Randy Hensel were found in Wentworth District, St. Mary on April 30 and May 1, 2016. Yellows High resumes some in-person classes following earthquake damage. Face-to-face classes resumed on a phased basis at the Yellows High School in St. Thomas following an assessment of structural damage caused by the 5.6 magnitude earthquake on October 30. The assessment was conducted on Monday by a technical team from the Ministry of Education, which includes a structural engineer and a building officer. Principal of Yellows High, Mark Malabver, says that the technical team concluded that one section of the building was safe enough for use.
That section of building houses our canteen and our main tuck shop. The other section of the building, which houses the lower school bathroom, the R&T lab, and the English department, they declared was not safe for usage. So that section of the building remains closed. I am a little bit relieved, primarily due to the fact that we can now provide cooked lunches. Well, on Monday, we had our grade 10, 11, and 12 students coming in. The reason for this was because we were making last-minute preparations for the payments and the recommendations for students to sit various CSEC exams. This is primarily due to the fact that the lower school bathroom is out of commission, which is on the building in question, and we only have the upper school bathroom in operation. That currently cannot take the traffic of the entire school. We have reached out to the Ministry of Education. A report was generated and that was sent into the Ministry of Education. We are awaiting a response to a contingency that we are recommending. Hopefully, we will get a response in very short order. Once we get the affirmative with respect to what we are recommending, then we will resume face-to-face classes for all grades across the school.
Man to get a surgery in police custody. Despite a passionate plea from a lawyer for his client, who is scheduled for hernia surgery this Friday, to be granted bail, Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague ordered that he remains locked up until next January. However, the judge instructed that the man, Jerome Bullock, be taken to the hospital for the procedure to be done. He will then be sent back to jail after being released from hospital. Bullock is before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on a charge of larceny of a motor vehicle. It is alleged that on February 16, he stole the complainant's 2014 Toyota Vitz that was parked at her house. The court heard that a day later, on February 17, the vehicle was spotted by the police attached to the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch, speeding in the corporate area. Bullock, who was driving, was signaled to stop, but he ignored the officer's instructions. Sometime thereafter, he stopped the vehicle, exited and ran, but was later apprehended. Bullock's attorney said his client has had the hernia issue since 2020. He urged the judge to have him admitted to bail, but the prosecutors objected to the request. The judge, having heard the allegations, agreed with the prosecutor, who said Bullock may abscond bail. I am concerned about him being a flight risk, and I do not think he is a fit candidate for bail. You have had this hernia since 2020, and it has not slowed you down. The hernia not stopping you, so bail is denied, the judge said. Cole Montague then instructed the prosecutor to prepare a writ to have Bullock transported from the police lockup where he is being held in custody, to the hospital for his surgery. He might have to be under police supervision for a day or two, and it might just be that Hunts Bay Police Station may not be the most ideal place for the surgery, and he may have to go to Horizon Adult Remand Center, where there is a medical ward, Cole Montague said. Bullock was remanded in custody until January 19, 2024, when the matter is set for mention. Drugs are found with sweet treats. A corporate area businessman who is facing drug-related charges was offered bail in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. Devon Thomas is charged on an indictment for 3 counts of possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, taking steps to export cocaine, conspiracy to export cocaine, possession of ganja, dealing in ganja, taking steps to export ganja, and a conspiracy to export ganja. Prosecutors contend that on 4 different occasions, Thomas attended the post office and shipped parcels containing soap, tea bags, and confectionaries including gizzardo and peanut drops. When the packages were searched, they were found to contain a white powdery substance resembling cocaine and a green vegetable matter resembling ganja. Thomas is said to operate a business that provides care packages to persons overseas. The packages would include Jamaican snacks or other items made or sold on the island. What troubles the Crown is that on each occasion he did it for 4 times, and on each occasion the packages were found to contain vegetable matter or white powdery substance, the prosecutor said. So he's a conduit, Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague argued. My concern is the seeming naivety. Him just a sent package, so the judge continued further. Thomas was offered bail in the sum of $900,000 with at least 2 sureties and was ordered to surrender his travel documents. A stop order was imposed, and as a condition of his bail, Thomas is not to engage in business that involves the use of a commercial courier. He is to report to the police 4 times weekly and is to surrender his travel documents. The matter was adjourned until February 2, 2024.